Okay, now we're going to move on to number charts. So what I'm going to be doing is, as straight as I can, I'm going to be making a chart that looks like this. Now, okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to, in your notes, turn to the next page. Okay, I want you to turn to the next page in your notes. So after all those story problems, turn to the next page and just call it number charts. Okay? So that's what I want you to title that page. So, number charts, pages, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of notes in total if you have a notebook. Okay, and this should be your 7th page. And for those of you who have pieces of paper, I want you to go and get another piece of paper. Okay? Alright. So, number charts. Alright, number charts. So, actually, here, because I didn't want to go over that. Alright. So, we're going to draw this line, and it's going to look like this. So what I want you to do in your notes is I want you with a pencil, and with this I'd preferably do this on like a regular white sheet of paper, but you can do it online if it's fine, but it doesn't really make sense to my mind. So this is what I want you drawing out. Mine is a little big, and I made it big just so that I can have a lot of room because I'm a big writer, and this might not even be enough space. But you might draw it too big, or you might draw it too small. You can always expand the size. That's why I would recommend using a pencil. That way you can erase, okay? Anything, mistakes or anything that you dislike. So, so this is the box that I want you drawing out. Now, in between the box, you're going to be drawing out a line. In between that, and that's not, the perfect line, it's not the straightest line, but doing it as in the middle as you can. Okay, and so, okay, and so, then on one column, on the left column, okay, on this column, you're going to be writing down in there, and make it, reasonably sized, smaller. Solving numbers. Okay, these are the numbers that you're going to be solving that are just going to be there right off the bat. Okay, so below then, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be, and you can just put, just the numbers. I'm going to be making lines because I want to go extra fancy. 1. So what you're going to be doing is either put the numbers, or then put just a straight line across, and then put the number, and then below that put another line. And that's a section. 2, and then just keep going down. So are you following me on this? Okay. 3, 4, and 5. Let's just do up to 5. And also 0. Let's do 0. So above the solving numbers, make one more. So you should have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, either all together, or sandwich. Okay? So then what you're going to do is on the next column, on the next half of it, you can, this is an option. You can, or you don't have to make, separating lines, but so these are your solving base numbers, okay, and then this is going to be your answers. Now, you're probably wondering, one number can't, solve an equation. You can't have one number and then, it's like you need 2 or more numbers to solve an equation, and this is the answer. That's what I'm going to get into, in just a second. So, answers. This is going to be your answer side. So you're going to, again, go down with the lines. Okay, you can if you want to. Okay, I'm doing it. How this works is, and you're going to see a pattern as we're going downhill. Okay, you can do 2x2, 4x4, whatever. So these are the numbers that are there that you are, are the one part of the problem, and then this column is your answers. With this, there is a rule, and these are very, very easy and fun. So, let me get rid of that. So there's a rule. There's a rule that you need to follow. And the rule is a sign, either adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and then a number. Okay? That's typically all it is. So you're taking these numbers down here, and then you are adding, subtracting, multiplying, you're dividing those numbers individually by the rule that applies to all of these, and then the answers will go in this column corresponding with the number. So if I do 0 times 3, that answer would go here. 1 times 3, that answer would go here. 2 times 3 go here. So the rule would not be times 3, it will be plus 2. Okay, plus 2. That's your very, very first rule. And this is going to be really, really easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each of these numbers and then take each of these numbers, 0 plus 2, put that answer in this column. Okay, in that column. So 0 plus 2, we obviously know is 2. Because 0 means nothing. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, now I hope as I'm going through, you're going to see a pattern. As I'm going down this column, you're going to see a pattern. And when you see the pattern, you can just follow that pattern. Okay, your number sequences. And we might do something else as well with that, as well. So, as I'm doing this one just for show, then I hope that you can see the pattern. So 1 times 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 2 is 4. You see the pattern? 1, it's just a number, and then, just keep, going up the numbers in chronological order. 3 plus 2 is 5, 4 plus 2 is 6, 5 plus 2, is 7. You see here? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going in 1. So once you figure that out, you can just put, that kind of thing, okay? So now let's do another rule. Let's do another rule here. So I'm thinking let's see here. Let's say, I don't know, plus 8. So 0 plus 8 is 8. Okay, wait a minute. Did I do times? That looks like a times. Plus 8. Okay, so this is what you're doing again. You're taking these numbers, you're adding, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing by the rule. Answers go over there, and then you're following a pattern. So if there's not a pattern going along with you, then that means that it's wrong. So 1 plus 8 is, so 0 plus 8 is 8, 1 plus 8 is 9, 2 plus 8, 9, 10, and then once you see the pattern that's going in ones, then you can just put 11, 12, and then 13, and let's check our math and see if it's right. 2 plus 8, 9, 10, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You don't even have to check. I'm just doing it because I want to make sure it's right. I want to make sure that it's accurate. but you do not have to. Just put trust in it. Okay, that it's going to be right. Okay, so that's that. Now let's do another one. Let's do times 7. Let's do times 7 for this one. And as I said, you should know your basic problems here. So 0 times 7, as you should all know, is 0. Remember, 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. So, as you can see, it's going by 7s. 7 times 3, well, not necessarily, is 21. Let's see, 8, and then, it's not going by 7s. So on this one, I would just, actually do the number and then the solving, not go by the pattern for these, just to make sure it's right. 28, and then 5 times 7, 35. Okay, so that's that. Now let's do one that involves division. So divided by 6. 0 divided by 6 is 6. 1 divided by 6 is 6. 2 divided by 6 is 3. 3 into 6 is 2. 4 into 6 would be, let's see, what is 4 divided by 6? Well, it would be, I don't know, 1.5, I don't know if that's the strongest one, 5, so 5 into 6 is 1, I'd say, so just 1, so that is that, okay, so I think that you're being able to see this. Let's do a subtraction one, so minus 5, -5, 0 minus 5, as you know, is 5, okay, and this is where you can see the pattern. 0 minus 5 is 5, as you should know. 1 minus 5, 4, and we'll get into integers sometime. 1 minus 5 is 4. 2 minus 5 is 3, and then now that you can see the pattern, it's decreasing by 1, 2, 1, 0. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 5 minus 5 is 0. So you can you see this? Alright, so that is that. In terms of number sequences, they go like this. Now, on that same page, the back of that page, or on another page, if you ran out of space, I want you to title it Number Sequences. So number sequences is what I want you to title it. Okay, a new page, or if you still have room on that page, just waste not, want not. Okay, so number sequences. So obviously, this is easy. I mean, you can see that it's going by ones. But this is how it looks. A number, comma, and there's a pattern that it's going in. Okay? So that's easy. You should be able to figure it out. But what about this? What about this? So 1, 4, 7, and the tricky thing is if it's not completely even, it's more complex. 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25. Okay, so by all of these numbers, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, and 25. So, does somebody see a pattern here with these numbers? Okay, yeah. So, exactly. So it's taking a number and then taking a number, and then how many places to get up to that number, going up or decreasing, whatever. So, the pattern is, um, um, let's see, the pattern is counting by 3. So 1, so, let's see here. So 1 plus 3, so it looks like this, is 4. And then just the whole thing is plus 3. So once you figured out the pattern, then write it down between all the numbers, and that's your telltale sign here. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 3, 8, 9, 10. 10, 13, 16, 19, and then so I hope that you can see that, okay? So that's one pattern, and let's see if there was another pattern. So I might go a little uneven with this. There's a million things that you can do. 1, 6. $16, 21, 26, 31. So numbers are 1, 6, 11, 16, 21, 26, 31, and then 38. 38, wait. 2 thirds, 3 4. Okay. So, who can figure out how many we're counting to get from 1 up to 6? If the pattern is even, which this is, then you can just do the first two numbers. But I might mix it up and make it uneven. So how many are we counting? So this is an even one. So how many are we counting to get from 1 to 6? Can someone tell me? So count the numbers from 2 all the way up to 6. How many numbers up to 6 from 2? Beginning at 2. 5. Okay, so that's the pattern. So it's taking the number, and then it's taking the next number, and then looking at the number here and then the number there, and then how many and then how many placements does it get up? Does it get up to? And finding the pattern. Okay, so it would be plus 5 for all of them. Plus 5. So as you can see here, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 right here, and if you take that number and then you add it to the little pattern, then you get then you get the next number. So it's kind of way in dividing. So and then that answer, 16 plus 5, that answer would be, the next number. And so all of this is right. Now I don't have to do all the counting for that. Okay, so let's make this slightly more out of order. So this is the pattern. Okay. And like the other, there's a rule here. So 1, 3, 7, 9, 13, 15, 19, 20, 1, 20, and 21, 25. All of them have something in common, which is a rule. So, how many times, how many places from 1 to 3? You determine how many places from a number to another number. Okay, that's what we're finding. So many places from 1 to 3. Yes, and so it would be plus 2 because we're increasing. How many places from 3 to 7? Counting up. So starting at the next number and then counting up to 7. 4. So yeah, exactly, and it keeps going that way. So plus 2 plus okay, 1, 2, 3. So plus 2 plus 4. Okay, let's actually write this out again because I'm not writing it in the spaces. So plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, let's see, plus 4 plus 2 plus, okay, is that, okay, plus 2 plus 4, okay, wait a second, alright, I can't see that. So plus 2, and then plus 4, and then plus 2, plus 4, plus 2, plus 4, plus 2, plus 4, and then plus 2, plus 4, okay? So I think that you can see that pattern. So 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4, 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 3, so that's what you're doing. Okay, so I think that you can see and get that. So let's do one more and then we'll move on to the final thing. Let's see. We'll keep doing these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. You see the pattern with the numbers. 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so this is our next pattern of numbers. So, 1, 5, 6, 10, 11, 15, 16, 20, 21, 25, 26. So, let's begin here. So, 1 and then 5. So, how many places we counting from 1 to 5? So, beginning at the next number, and then we went on that ending number is, that number there. Plus 4. Okay, excellent. And then how many places from 5 to 6? 1. And then that's basically the pattern. Plus 4, plus 1, plus 4, plus 1, plus 4, plus 1, plus 4, plus 1. Alright, so as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 plus 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it just keeps going like that. Okay, so we will come back to those. I want to get on with the very, very last thing, okay? And that is factor trees. So the very, very last thing that I have planned is factor trees. So let's make so here's what I want you to do is I want you to turn to another page in your notes, and I want you to write down factor trees, or you can, on that, you can get a new sheet of paper, or, flip it around. You're going to be putting factor trees. Okay, that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, so factor trees. So then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be making a triangle shape that looks like this. Okay, it looks like that right there. Okay, so triangle shape. Looking like a factor tree. And at the top of the triangle, you're just putting just a random number. So I'm going to do 12. And so we want to find out at least 3 ways to get 12. 3 ways to solve for 12. 3 equations that would answer as 12. So this should be fairly easy. The easiest one is, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to begin, this is all addition. Okay, we're going to be doing each one of these in all of the different equations. Okay, so we're going to begin with addition. Okay, so let's see here. The very, very first one I have in mind is 11 plus 1. 11 plus 1 would give me 12. Okay, so does anyone else have any other ideas of how I would get 12? Remember, numbers before 12, obviously. You get it. Okay, really good. So, 9 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay, and then we need one more for adding 12. Okay, yes. 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2. You definitely get creative with these. There's a lot of things that you can do with these. 10 plus 2. There's a lot of different equations. And all of these would result in 12. Equals 12. So 3 problems, 3 equations that would result in and represent this number up here. So this is the number right here. and then all of these things below it are the equations. Okay, so now let's do that one again, but now let's do now let's do minus. So the first one that I would have in mind is 13 plus 1, but let's get creative. 15 minus 3. Very, very good. And that would equal 12. 15, 14, 13, 12. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Who has any others? 17 minus 5. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Okay. Very, very good. Anyone else? 20 minus 8, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 14, 13, 12. Okay, 20 minus 8, that's, that's a good amount of creativity. So that would equal 12. Okay, you'd try to think of the ones that are not, that are not very obvious. You can get creative. There's a lot of things that you could do. So 20 minus 8. Okay, so that's the subtraction. Now we're going to be moving on to multiplication. Okay, now we're going to move on to multiplication here. So multiplication. Now, very, very first one for 12 is 12 times 1. But let's think of something else. 3 times 4. Okay. Anyone have anything else? 6 times 2. That would equal 12. And someone else? Somebody else? Anyone have anything other? Let's see here. Those 12 times 1. So those are the most obvious ones. Now let's do division. For this one. Okay, and we'll keep coming back to these things along the way. Okay, but let's do division. So for division, okay, alright, so the very, very first one, 12 divided by 1. But going along with those problems,